From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live.
Welcome back. Joining me now is author Josh, and he's here to tell us about his new book, Resilient Hearts. How are you doing today?
Very good, David. Fun to be here with you.
Yes, sir. So what kind of made you want to write this book?
Well, it's a book on resilience, like you said, and it came out of a very tragic couple of years for my family. So I was born and raised in Germany. We could do this in German if you'd like. This might not benefit a lot of people, but I came here about 25 years ago, was a part of a missions organization, ministry, did outreaches and helped people. But the last few years, that kind of crumbled because of many different reasons. It was a shock. It was really impacting to my family and I. And then in the middle of all that wrestling, all these meetings, we have this oak tree, this huge oak tree in our backyard. And one day it decided, we're done here, and it crashed into our home, pierced the roof, destroyed 70% of the house. And actually my wife and my 10-year-old daughter were in the kitchen, they were looking outside, and my wife told me the story that she saw the tree look closer to the house than it usually was. And then she realized, oh, it's coming towards the house, and she grabs my daughter, runs to the other side of the house, and it happened. And so in all that, I remember my daughter, it was still raining. It's one of those epic moments, right, you never forget, as a dad specifically. She stood right in front of the door in tears, 10 years old, just crying and saying, oh, why did God do this? Why did God allow this to happen? And you know, moments like this, you never want to give a theological answer, you just hug. And so I hugged her, but in that moment I said, you know what, all the things I'm learning right now, as hard as it is, I want to capture it somehow. And primarily, at first, it was my kids. I want to give my kids something that they can apply in their lives when life doesn't turn out the way it should. And so I started writing, started pulling things together, and in the prayer and in the drafts, I realized, you know what, this could benefit more people than just my little crew.
Yes, sir. And so what's the core message of your book that you want readers to take away?
Well, resilience, when you think of resilience, you think of maybe an elastic band or a rubber ball, when it hits the wall, it just kind of bounces back into the shape that it was before. But with us humans, I feel like our experience is different. When we hit trauma, when we hit the wall, so to speak, or when we're stretched like an elastic band, it hits us differently. We don't just snap back to the old form that we were before, but there's a transformation happening. We all experience different things, different traumas, different crises. But in that experience of transformation, we need help. I needed help. In that moment when the tree hit the house and our ministry fell apart, I was paralyzed. I didn't know what to do, didn't know what to think, didn't know what to say. And so I needed this. So I put this together to help people in this moment of transformation to have some principles, faith-anchored practices that help build resilient hope.
Yes, sir. And if someone right now is listening and they're exhausted and hanging on by a thread, what kind of advice would you give to them?
Breathe. Our brains physically need oxygen to make good decisions, and our soul needs the same. We need to breathe, calm down, reset, reorient ourselves, and reach for help. And this is what this book is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a help for people who are paralyzed in the moment. We all experience trauma. We don't want to compare one trauma with another, but in the midst of the paralyzing effect that sometimes crisis and trauma has on us, we need help. And so this book is supposed to be that for a lot of people.
Yes, sir. And where can people find this book at?
It's out on Amazon right now, and my website itself. They can go there and find it, and hopefully share it with many other people that need help.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about it.
Thank you, David.
Yes,
My
sir.
pleasure.
For more information, go to the website right there on your screen.